start shortly. I just wanted to let Tim, the train guy's parents, know that you can record. Thank you.
Hello, 8:30 show. Yes, Talia here. How are you all doing? Good. Anybody from the 6 o'clock show here? Oh, a good number of you. How did you enjoy it? Yes, yes. Well, our 8:30 show is gonna be bomb. So you're in for a night. But here's the thing. I'm tired. And I'm not going to host this one. So I'm going to bring up my lovely co-host, Jen Clark. You might have seen Jen Clark on Girls 5 Ever, SNL, or Only Murders in the Building. Let's give it up for Jen Clark. Yay!
That's me!
Yeah, and you know we're here for epic players. Who's here for epic players? Everybody. And we're here for...
the Epic Underground! Yay! Tonight, our epic performers are going to be served up on a platter, and they're going to be presenting you with their
personal narratives,
their spoken word pieces,
poetry,
and stand-up comedy, and more. There we go. Yeah.
The theme of this year is passions and appetite.
Passions and appetite.
Passions and appetite.
Passions and appetite. Hey, yay! Keep that passion and appetite going for Talia.
Woo! Are you serving it up on a sizzling platter?
Yes, we'll be serving it out hot on a sizzling platter with our great, grand, glorious, epic players.
Oh, I'm gonna go get my sizzling platter of food. Bye-bye.
Hey, keep it going for Talia. Woo! I'm Jen Clark, as you know. Writing this script, I accidentally wrote Joe's Poob instead of Joe's Pub. But I thought it was so funny that I kept it. So give it up for Joe's Poob. Hey, mistakes equals gifts, right? Yeah. Well, without further ado, keep it going. Let's get some rockiness applause going for Sammy.
Hello, everyone. Let's hear it for Jen and Talia. Aren't they great? Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I have to talk about something really important. Ready? Okay. Let's see a show of hands of folks who've watched Glee. We have any Gleeks in the house? Oh, wow. Wow, okay. Wow, it's okay. It's okay. You're in community now. This is a safe space. Mr. Shu isn't real. His rapping can't hurt you. My name is Sammy, and I am a Gleek. I have a love-hate relationship with the show Glee. It was at its peak when I was in high school, attending a performing arts high school and feeling very much like the underdog. It holds a special place in my heart for many reasons. One is Kurt Hummel. For my people are here. For the few of you who were lucky enough not to be Gleeks, Kurt was the gay character. I didn't understand why, at the time, Kurt was so important to me, but looking back, he was very influential in my coming to terms with my own identity as a queer, non-binary person. My love for Kurt was matched only by one thing: my hate for his boyfriend, Blaine Anderson. I've never hated a character more in my life, and my hatred for him still burns strong even after all these years. I love to hate him. Being part of the Glee fandom on Tumblr gave me a sense of community and belonging. While most fans loved Blaine and Klaine, that was the ship name for Kurt and Blaine, there was a small yet mighty corner of the internet for us haters. Hating Blaine became part of who I am, in the same way that loving my cat, loving theater, loving milkshakes is part of who I am. I talk about Glee all the time. I talk about it on first dates and when I meet new people. I don't know how or why, but it always finds a way to creep into the conversation. It seems no matter what I do, all roads lead back to Lima, Ohio. I could be out at a bar, like Joe's Pub, and a song will come on, don't say it, and then, as if having an out-of-body experience, I can hear myself say, they did this song on Glee. One group of new friends got together to burn some old pictures and mementos of things that didn't have sentimental value for them. I wasn't able to make it, so I asked them to burn something in my honor. They sent me a video of them burning a printed out picture of Blaine. Honestly, that's one of the best things anyone's ever done for me. And I didn't even ask them to burn Blaine or anything Glee related specifically. They just already knew how much I hate him and how much I'd appreciate this. Now, is my hatred of a fictional character from a 2010s musical dramedy rational? Yes. Okay, thank you. I appreciate the support. But this level of hatred, this is not rational, and that's okay. I can admit that. I'm self-aware. Sometimes you simply have to be a hater. But that's not to say I don't have valid reasons for hating Blaine. He was pretentious, smug, manipulative, and a lousy partner to Kurt. He convinced Kurt to go to a club with him and then proceeded to get way too drunk, danced with other guys, and worst of all, tried to get physical in the car despite Kurt's protests. And those are all examples from just one episode. Yeah. Aside from the character himself, the writers overused him in songs and storylines to the point where other characters, even ones who'd been on the show before him, were not getting adequate screen time or development. The thing about Glee, where the hate part of my love-hate really comes from, is that it used to be so important to me. In season 1, I identified so strongly with Kurt. And as season 2 was approaching, there were rumors that a new character would be introduced to be Kurt's boyfriend, his first boyfriend. Originally, that was going to be a character named Sam Evans. Where Kurt leaned into many gay stereotypes, Sam was practically the opposite. He was a conventionally attractive, popular jock. My Tumblr friends and I were so excited to see how their relationship dynamic would play out and to see representation for queer men that wasn't really shown at the time. But then, Blaine entered the scene. Originally, Blaine was meant to be more of a mentor figure to Kurt, but the show's creator, Ryan Murphy, boo. Yeah. The show's creator, Ryan Murphy, switched things up when he realized how popular the character Blaine was and that his actor, Darren Criss, brought with him a built-in fan base from some of his prior work. Glee's antagonist, Sue Sylvester, once said, "I will go to the animal shelter and get you a kitty cat. I will let you fall in love with that kitty cat. And then, on some dark, cold night, I will steal away into your home and punch you in the face. That is what Ryan Murphy did to me. I will never trust him with my media consumption ever again. I still haven't watched any of his other shows, no matter how much I want to watch Pose. American Horror Story? No thanks. I've already watched Glee." Anyway, thank you guys for listening. I have to go. It's time for my next rewatch. And that's what you missed on Glee.
Yay! Keep it going for Sammy! Woo! now that they're gone, I got a little secret. People think I'm a Santana and Britney fan, but really, I've always been Team Blaine. Hey!
That's what you missed on Glee.
Oh, got me good. Hey, keep it going for Sammy. We love Glee. We love Glee. Without further ado, let's keep that choo-choo train rolling for, you know him, you love him, the Tim guy, Tim. Oh, you got that. Yay! Tim.
I'm a huge fan of Thomas the Tank Engine, but you probably know that about me already. My love for Thomas started when I was a little kid. The classic era Thomas the Tank Engine, seasons 1 through 5, and I have lots in common. Here's why. They relied on schedules to get through their day. I need schedules. Their exaggerated facial expressions help me understand their emotions. And then there's hilarious chaos and mayhem. Who doesn't love their mayhem? But they call Thomas the Tank Engine Thomas the Choo-Choo Train. Hell no. He is a locomotive. He's a damn locomotive. And some people think Thomas is from the United States. Wrong. He's from the bloody UK. And worse, parents think Thomas is aimed for babies only because it's immature. Bruh, have you not watched SpongeBob SquarePants? It's way too immature for kids and adults. No offense to SpongeBob fans, you're all cool. Anyway, I belong to a group of Thomas fans, and we go to train shows, and they make good models, but I'm not good at them. But it's A-okay, because we're all model train enthusiasts, and that's what brings us together. Anyway, the classic era Thomas the Tank Engines between seasons 1 through 5 had hidden lessons, morals, and teaches us how to be kind and decent and learned about realism. Even though it's great family entertainment, your family might not want to rewatch it for its 80th anniversary. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes the best travels are those we can only dream about. Thanks, everyone.
Yay! Keep it going for Tim the Train Guy! Choo! Yay! Woo! Let's start the wave over here. I mean, I can't believe we've gone this long and haven't done it. Whoa! And then back again. Whoa! One more. Whoa! Oh, that was fun. I like that. All the control there. That was great. Well, very cool. Keep it going. We got a rockin' performer coming up for you to the stage. It's no other than it's Lexie. Yay! Lexie.
I like being cast as JoJo because it's the lead and I really enjoy playing the lead roles. This character is really sassy and some other characters that are sassy are Alice, Annie, and Matilda. I'm pretty sassy in real life. I have an attitude sometimes, so it's not a coincidence that I can play characters with sass. People with sass don't like to listen, and they can also be bossy sometimes, and they can tell people what to do. But being sassy can also keep me motivated and confident so that I can play the part and not listen to my negativity thoughts that tell me things can be impossible. Being sassy helps me get cast as JoJo in School the Musical. But sometimes my attitude can get me into trouble if I don't listen and stay focused. One time at school, I had attitude with some of my teachers, and that got me into trouble. Here are some goals I have for acting with attitude. I want to get more younger roles. I think I'd be really good at playing someone younger. My age range is 12 to 22. I have the ability to change my voice to play younger roles. I'd be doing 8 shows a week instead of just a couple shows per year. This will make me feel proud of myself to know that I accomplished something I always wanted to do since I was young. In 10 years, I'll be 30 years old, and my dream role that I think I would get to play is Meredith from How to Dance Know How, the musical, because it is about 7 young autistic young adults. So for any directors out there, here's my resume. Thank you.
Keep it going for Lexie! We got the resume here!
Thank you. Hope you guys can come and support me in Sioux School Junior in May with Epic Junior. Come support.
Woo! Oh, we'll hold this here, so come on up. We got a Lexie for you. Yay! My attitude gets me in trouble, too. How real is getting angry? Am I right? I can't hear you if you're not yelling. So, keep that passion going to the stage. Up next, we got Nikki. Woo! Yay! Nikki, Nikki.
What? Hey. Anybody out there love, in its 42 seasons, Wheel of Fortune? I first saw that show when I was 15 years old. I was channel surfing one night at the time and stumbled upon it, and as someone with a passion for games, thought I'd check it out. I took one look at Vanna White, and as a teenager with an appetite for blondes, I was instantly aroused. I was also seduced by her southern charm. With that sparkly blonde hair and that oh-so-sweet sounding Myrtle Beach accent. I wanted her to cuddle me to sleep each night. Amazingly, I don't know if you know this, as any Wheel of Fortune fan does, but to this day, Vanna has never worn the same dress twice. And she has worn so many different colors and styles of dresses, and yet each dress has looked simply stunning on her as she glides down the puzzle board each night. Originally turning, then starting actually 28 years ago today. This is the 28th anniversary, February 24th, 1997, when it turned to touching. And that lasted till the fall of 2022, when it became waving each letter. Sure, which one? Yeah, it's the only I in my name, no more vowels. So now it's waving each letter as it's revealed. She's also worn so many different gorgeous styles of shoes, most of which have matched each dress. All this stuff about Vanna got me so excited, it gave me the big O. Not just because of how sexy Vanna is and all the stuff I'm saying about her, but also through my Asperger's and love and talent of the calendar, I was able to say on what day she wore each dress and describe it in detail years after having seen it for the only time. Yep. It's faded a bit now, and as did my interest in Vanna. My interest in Vanna also actually faded, starting on December 4th, 1995. That was a day that I was so depressed because Vanna debuted a new short haircut. But it didn't matter that within only a few years, her hair grew back to its original length, if not longer, and stayed that way ever since. Because I realized I was gay, and I'm still gay. And at that point, I developed an appetite and fell in love with Pat Sajak. Every single suit and tie that he's worn has looked so gorgeous on him, I've only wanted to rip it up to see what was underneath. I got to see a little of what was underneath those few times they've taped outdoors, and each time they've taped outdoors, he's worn a button-down t-shirt and either shorts or trousers, and my favorite of those outdoor locales, as well as Pat's, was the Hilton Hawaiian Village in Honolulu. Although that's not underneath enough for me, don't worry, Leslie. I'll be very upset if your 35-year marriage fails and your husband has to go through his second divorce just because of me. Because I've moved on to Ryan Seacrest, the very single and eligible Ryan Seacrest. A 50-year-old pretty boy who doesn't look a day over 20 without a wrinkle whatsoever. Even if it's just plastic surgery, that doesn't matter. He's so naturally gorgeous, as plastic surgery cannot create his oh-so-beautiful smile. It's so beautiful that I feel he's smiling directly at me and asking me to be his. Unlike Pat, Ryan doesn't always wear the suit and tie, so I get to see so much more of that beautiful body of his. But come on, producers. When are the outdoor scenes coming in the Ryan era? So I can see not just his gorgeous bare arms and legs, but what I trust is his beautiful hairy chest that he will show when during swimming promos, as he'll wear only a men's bathing suit, of course. Ryan, you really are my American Idol in more ways than you could possibly think. And I don't just love Ryan on Wheel of Fortune. I listen to his Top 40 countdown each weekend, where I hear his gorgeous voice. But hearing that voice only makes me want to count down to the moment that Ryan will notice me and ask me to be his. If Ryan can date people, Ryan has dated people much older and much younger than me. So why not me? The moment Ryan Seacrest gets down on one knee and asks me to marry him, I will say yes, no hesitation. I know he can be such a romantic, and he'll propose to me in a very romantic way. But even if it's a casual proposal, that doesn't matter, as long as Ryan Seacrest can be my husband. Ryan, are you listening? Do you want to see what it's like to be with someone who's saying all these beautiful things about you? Oh, Ryan doesn't swing that way. Oh, God, no. Okay. Why can't let him date Vanna White? They're both single. I know the age difference won't matter to them. And as you all know, I know what it's like to be in love with both of them, so they'd be perfect for each other. Okay, Ryan. Whatever you want makes me happy. You can date Vanna or any girl you want, and I'll be so happy for you. Don't worry. But if you happen to realize you swing my way instead, I will be ready to take you into my arms and into my bed, you beautiful man.
Keep it going for Nikki! Yay! the twists and turns that you could have ever wanted and needed.
And if you want twists and turns, tune in to Beyond the Gates. It's a new soap opera that premiered today. First new soap in 25 years.
In 25 years, first new soap opera. You can't make it up, folks. Keep it going for Nikki. And actually, to no surprise to anyone at all, Ryan Seacrest had a change of heart, and he came out. So bring in the goats, bring in the just kidding. All right, I'm going. Keep it going for Nikki. And up to the stage, we got another fabulous performer ready to rock and roll, because we got Danielle. Woo! Hey!
How are you guys doing? Yes. Are you guys drinking tonight? There we go. Alcoholics on the right. I'm taking a little break from drinking right now, honestly, but just like a short one, like an hour. Nice and sweet. I just feel like I get weird when I'm drunk recently. I want to stop drinking because I want to stop like drunk dating, you know. I'm not like showing up to the date like, hello, you know, like I'm getting drunk on the date. And then I'm just like falling in love and I don't really know these people. So that's not what I'm trying to do. But I went on a sober date recently. I was so much worse. Just because when you're on a date, you're trying to decide like if you like this person or not. I was like, wow, do I like him or not? Sober, I was like, I really hate this guy. I absolutely hate this man. No, I mostly want to stop drinking because I want to stop. When I get drunk, I feel like I just start like oversharing a lot to like strangers. I was out the other night and I was drunk and I was just talking. I was like, and that's why my attachment style makes it really difficult to date. And when my dad left in 4th grade and took the cat, it was really hard for me, you know? And this guy was like, okay, but did you guys want to put any food for the table, or were we just doing drinks? I was like, yes, that is the waiter, okay. That is fine. This is true. I'm Hispanic. Do we have any Latinas in the room? Woo! Yes, there we go. Very loud. I'm Venezuelan, Colombian, Puerto Rican. A lot of people don't think I'm super Spanish looking. They don't assume that I'm Spanish. But my older sister, she always helps my case because my sister, she looks 200% Hispanic, okay? She's like Latin exponent. Like she's full-blooded. I think it's because she's just 1 year older than me. So she just got first pick of all the best Spanish features because she has the big lips, big tits, and a huge mustache. And she hates that joke. Yeah. No, my family and I, so we're originally from the Bronx, and then we moved to Westchester. So we just gentrified ourselves. So, like, we will do, like, white people shit, but, like, with a Latina twist. So, like, every night for dinner, my mom serves empanadas from Wegmans. Like, we kiss our dog on the mouth, but it's a Chihuahua named Coco, okay? We even have a cleaning lady. Her name is Maria. It's my mom. She's so good. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish, honestly. I'm like a horrible Hispanic. Like, I'm not employed. My earring hole has closed twice. You know, it's just not our culture, you know. I don't know Spanish, though, but I do want to learn so badly. I mostly want to learn to, like, you know, talk to guys. I feel like it would be fun, you know, being, like, sexy with it. Like, hola, you know, like, would be cool. And I don't really know what I'm saying, but I feel like I do have a good accent. Some guy the other day, we were on a date, and he was like, talk to me in Spanish. And I was like, ooh, ooh. Backpack. Yes, we got a second date. That's what happened. Yes, I'm single. My mom really wants me to have a boyfriend. My mom wants me to have a boyfriend so badly that the other day she told me that she had a dream that I brought someone home. A dream I was like, Mom, could we dream bigger? No, last night I had a dream that my cat spoke Russian. My mom's wildest dream was that someone liked me back. That's sad, okay? My mother is cute. She thinks that, like, she's, like, romanticizes my life a lot. Like, any person of the opposite sex that I mention, she'll automatically turn it romantic. The other day, she was like, so, Daniela, how was that gathering at that guy's house you went to? You guys kiss? I was like, Mom, that was a wake. So, yeah, we kissed. Is this true? I mean, I can even just be on the phone, and my mom's like, wow, who is that? Sounds like he's super into you. I'm like, Mom, that's Dad, okay? We need to stop this. I think who's more into my love life would be my grandma. My grandma's really cute. But she's just older, so I feel bad because she's always like, I want to see you walk down the aisle. Like, I really want to see that. You think you can make that happen? And I'm like, absolutely, Nana, 100%. I'm just not sure if it's going to be like a front-facing view or more of like a aerial view. You know, I don't know. She's watching in the pews or watching over. Thought this was dark enough for the 8 o'clock show. I guess not. 6 o'clock, loved it. They were like, go darker. No, it's true. I don't know. I feel like it's now there's like really ridiculous terms with dating, you know? Like situationship, talking stage. Talking stage sounds like the first phase of schizophrenia. If I told my 86-year-old grandmother I was in a talking stage, she'd be like, I told you, you hear them too? You know? I'm going to be wearing a matching pair of grippy socks, okay? It'd be bad. I just started therapy. Are we in therapy? Woo! Very much so. Wow, okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm in therapy now. I've never been to therapy before, so I recently went. I didn't know how you pick a therapist because they don't tell you that part. In my mind, I wanted someone kind of young because I'm 26, so I went online, found this girl, jumped on a call, loved her. But then the next day, I Googled her, and I found out that she was 23 years old. I was like, does your mom know that you're talking to strangers online? I mean, 23 is a little young, right? I feel like taking advice from a 23-year-old is how people end up in therapy. That's typically how it goes. And it was fun. Like, she was nice, you know, but it was a little bit weird because she would start every single call with, all right, girl, spill the tea. I was like, I want to die. She was like, wow, piping hot today, huh? You know? It's crazy. I mean, I'm not trying to be ageist, but, like, imagine you go to a doctor's office and you realize that your doctor is 23. And she's like, it's giving stage 5. Like, sorry, babe, but the vibe is terminal. Sorry about that. You know, she pronounces someone dead, like, diva down. You know, it could be. Okay. Again, the 6 o'clock. Love this one. No, I'm kidding. You guys are great. I'm Danielle Mora. Thank you.
Wasn't she amazing, guys? Hell yeah. Many thanks. Thanks for coming in tonight. I said Danielle before like a monster, but it's Daniela. I've been having some spelling issues lately. I had some writing the script as well. I didn't know how to spell the word appetite until we started doing this, but so in appetite, it's just a weird word. You know, some of the words you don't know, right? It's like app. Right? It's like applause. I think applause myself, but I always thinking that. But then, like, appetite comes in and sneaks a tit in between 2 E's. That's a spelling joke. Hell yeah. Applause. Applause. Keep that applause going for Prince. Yay! Prince. Prince, 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 Prince.
What's up, Joe? doing tonight? This is a story of how a problem arises, but then how we can find solutions to the problems. It is Friday morning. I'm running to Merrick to catch the Q4 so I can arrive early to my job at Banchan, a Korean chicken place at Queens Center Mall. Joe's Pub, do you ever feel antisocial? You know the days when you don't want to make conversation? Me too, all the time. And we live in New York, so we try to avoid conversation. On the train or at the bus stop. So when I'm waiting for the bus, I check my phone to see how long the bus will take. 5 minutes, okay. No. Now, okay, 30 minutes. 30 minutes? But I shouldn't have been surprised because it's freaking New York. Right? Me. I went on a bus when it was way too crowded. The first person I saw was coughing without covering his mouth. In my mind, I'm like, can you not? I finally got off the bus at Jamaica Ave. I had to run downstairs to the E train, to the R train. As soon as I got off, I ran upstairs. I finally got to work. I am the first one there. I finally get to release my anxiety. And I'm isolated, alone. That is my happy place! I have my earbuds in, my favorite song. I'm not myself today. I'm me in a different way. It's playing. When I got to my job, I turned on all the lights in the fryers and then started prepping the mix. Half water, half flour. After that, I put the wings in one by one. Then I put them down the fryer. 10 minutes later, I realized one of the four wings fell. So I just had to be a hero to save him. So I got the fryer steak, pulled it deep down inside, but then I lost my grip. I eventually got my hand out, but it started burning like hell! I wanted to cry, but I held my tears in and told him, there is no way am I letting you get out. So I held them back in. Then later, my coworkers came. And they came to my station, and I gave in and told them, I did a thing and burnt my finger. So they took me to the back and gave me ice cold water, which by the way, it was freaking cold and it felt like Antarctica. And then they gave me burning cream. And I worked here for 8 months. I never knew we had this. I asked them, we had this here all this time? They looked at me like, duh, we are in a chicken place. You are going to get burnt. Next, they went to my station to finish the chicken, so I got to go on my break to relax. I went back to my happy place. Guess what? I'm definitely not myself today. I learned when you are passionate about doing everything yourself, it's always okay to ask for help. Also, guys, if you are in Gerard's Pub tonight, which all of you guys are, I have eyes. And if you are looking for me after the show to make conversation, it is nighttime at Joe's Pub, so you can find me after the show.
Yay! Keep it going for Prince! Prince! Can you believe that was Prince's first epic underground performance? No way! Come on! Such passion, such appetite. Certainly makes me hungry for more. Hell yeah! Keep that passion and appetite going for, you know him, you love him, going as E-Purple 7, it's Ethan!
Thank you, Jen, except actually that's Dairy Freegan, AKA short for Dairy Free Vegan. That's my appetite for tonight, by the way. Anyway, moving on. What's up, Joe's Pub? How you all doing tonight? That's good. Well, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Ethan Jones. I live with autism and ADHD. Yeah! All my life, I've always had a hyper-fixated passion for voices. I don't know why, but every time I'm riding in a car, I'm always attracted to the voices that come out of the automated speakers of the car. Like, for example, here's Maps. Let's go. Then turn right onto Shelburne Lane. Or here's Siri. Hello, what can I help you with today? Yeah, of course. Now, for those of you that ride the subway, you may hear the voice that goes, "There is a Queensbound 7 local train to Flushing Main Street approaching the station. Please stand away from the platform edge." That's Bernie Wagon Blast, also a member of the LGBTQIA+ community. Yeah. And don't forget, the TQIA+ part of that acronym is very important. Yeah. But let's stay on track. For those of you that may have been to London, you've probably ridden the London Underground, right? You know that the voice there that goes, you probably heard it, goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, London Underground reports a good service on all London Underground lines. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform." That's Julie Berry. Say, who knows? Maybe perhaps one day cars will give us the option of, we just punch in your whatever voice you want to into the system if you need directions in your GPS. Like perhaps, I don't know, James Brown maybe? Not the football announcer. Yeah, the other one. Turn left, go right, make a U-turn, take it to the bridge, yeah, take it to the bridge, right on, oh, watch out, it's the turn, wow! Yeah. Here's Sean Connery. "Let's go. Turn right. Keep rear left for Queens Boulevard. Watch out for Starbucks. I want my latte shaken, not stirred." And let's not forget Shrek and Donkey. Oh, come on, Shrek. All we have to do is just turn right, go down Broadway, then right onto 23rd Street. Yeah, just like that. Right onto 23rd Street, go right down Broadway. Donkey! You're going to cause an accident if you keep telling the driver to do a detour. We won't get to the theater on time. Oh, come on, Shrek, don't be so grouchy. Driver, just take a right, go down 23rd Street, then we go to hit the IHOP, then I'm grab some waffles. What else can I say? Voices are like music to me. Impressions feel like playing a musical instrument. When it comes to navigation, voices are extremely useful in helping me transition from one place to another. A voice with proper authority always lets me know that I'm going where I need to and that I'll get there safely, while other voices activate my imagination. Even if I'm all alone, hearing a voice that I really, really love always makes me feel good, like I have a friend in the room, and we're laughing together hysterically. I don't really have the proper words to tell you all what voices mean to me, but what I can tell you is that they make me feel good. Thank you, Joe's Pub!
Passions and appetite. We got a lot going on with them. Our passions and appetite, we talk about that a lot, right? That's the theme of our show. Passions they relate to your desires, your motivations. And appetite are, sort of your basic needs, right? But this is all just a fancy way to say special interests. Yay, special interests. So keep that interest especially going for our next performer, Gabrielle! Yay!
Oh, I'm not using that. Okay, let's remove it. Cool. Hello. Hi. Anyone else here have OCD or another form of anxiety where unfortunately the universe keeps proving you right? Yeah. Most people who know me know that I am typically late but over-prepared, to the point where my parents refer to me as a turtle because I'm always walking around with this really big stuffed shell of a backpack on, and am often slow to transition and get places. It's one of the fun byproducts of my autism, OCD, ADHD combo meal. Plus, to be fair, the grocery list of physical conditions that make any situation that much worse if I don't have the right meds, food, and supplies immediately available at any time. Personally, I felt pretty smug when COVID hit and I was already stocked up on masks, gloves, and hand sanitizer. Not toilet paper, though. It wasn't on my radar for some reason. But I'm not a doomsday prepper. I only lurk in the r/preppers subreddit. And even more than pandemics, actually, I tend to fixate on natural disasters and weather emergencies, which is annoying most of the time, but so life-saving when needed. Do you want an example? Yeah. All right. So when I was 15, I went on this 6.5-week road trip around the country on a bus with 41 other teens from my youth group, staffed by 5 adults who were mostly college students themselves, and this trip was no exception to my turtle-like qualities. Around 4 weeks into the trip, we made a very highly anticipated stop at the Grand Canyon, where we woke up at 4 a.m. in order to arrive in time for sunrise shachrit, shachrit being the Jewish morning prayer service. In case you don't know, the Grand Canyon receives rain twice a year on average, but when I checked my weather app half awake that morning, I saw that 10% chance of precipitation. So of course, I put my phone into a plastic Ziploc baggie, and my camera and my prayer book and my journal into each of their own plastic Ziploc baggies, and then those all went into my backpack. I offered my box of Ziploc baggies to everyone else, and of course, being rational, unparanoid people, all but 2 of them declined. As usual, I made it onto the bus seconds before or after our scheduled departure time. And we got to the Grand Canyon, and we did this really beautiful prayer service at sunrise without a cloud in the sky. Okay, with a few clouds in the sky, but you see the clouds are all the way over there, and we're not there yet, but the clouds are already all the way over there, and as you saw on the previous picture, it was still blue and sunny and great, right? Yeah. So we had really one of the most beautiful experiences I've had in my life. And we put away our prayer books and to fill in, and made our way into our little groups and down the Grand Canyon path. Around 45 minutes into the hike, we hear this and we pull out our phones thinking like maybe it's an Amber Alert. Our phone said flash flood. I had never experienced a flash flood before that moment. I'm not even sure if I really knew what a flash flood was at that point, but it's exactly what the words make it seem like. It's just this sudden appearance and downpour of heavy rain into an area with like no trees or grass, by the way, so there was nothing but us to absorb the water. If you've ever taken a bath, has anyone here ever taken a bath? Okay, I have some hands, I have some bathers over here. I didn't want to assume, right? If you've ever taken a bath, let alone with like all of your clothes and backpack on, if you've ever taken a bath, you know what it feels to be half as wet as this. In the most disorienting experience of my life, we slowly, cautiously made our way back up the Grand Canyon path, moving slower than the mules I saw earlier in the day, because of all of the water and dirt coming at us in all directions, and because of the, not wanting to fall off of a cliff. Yeah, eventually we did make it, of course, to the top of the Grand Canyon path, where most of us bought clothes in the gift shop and stood under the hand dryers in the bathroom. And many of us discovered the water damage to our phones, cameras, and books. So, after we were all accounted for, Baruch Hashem, we made a unplanned but highly requested now stop at the grocery store. And at the end of the day, everyone else's phones also ended up in plastic Ziploc baggies, but theirs were plastic baggies full of uncooked rice. Thank you.
Yay, Gabrielle! Woo! Let's keep that energy going for Evan! Woo! Evan!
Hello, Joe's Pub. I'm Evan, and I'm passionate about being and feeling like a victim. I spend a lot of time dwelling on my victimhood whenever I write something that requires self-reflections. And I think about it, and it's like preparing this piece. It gets me all worked up in a bad way. I do not like it, and I don't even bother telling my psychologist about it to get over it, but I thought I'd bother you all with it. I feel like a victim because I'm a good person, but I don't feel accepted. I'm hung up on neuro-diverse issue. Yes, it's good that people are aware of neurodiversity, but for me, my autism messes me up when carrying on conversations and making friends. Well, sometimes when I try to join conversation, people may try to be polite, but they duck out when they can, or they ignore me and continue their conversation. And yes, I'm socially awkward, but I am very aware of being othered. So, poor me, alas, I will away, and woe is me. Well, most of the time, I'm a happy person, so go figure. So, can I tell you something else? I'm passionate about making art too. And when I'm making art, I'm calm, relaxed, focused, and engaged in making something. And when I'm making art, I think about colors and shapes and how things go together. The external judgments, I don't think about them. Yeah, and when others like my artwork, it's a bonus and not motivation. Yeah, it comes from within me, and it's a story of me. And expressing art is good. Expressing myself through art is passion that gives me pleasure. And feeling like a victim when I'm othered is a passion that gives me pain. Well, the other day I read in a newsletter something that makes sense to me, and here goes. In the end, every artist's art is coping mechanism for soul aches of living, and what we create of potential is largely a matter how we bear our suffering of learning to nourish strengths with friendships and forest and tug of wonder. And, oh, on another note, did you notice my new glasses? Salesperson says they make me look friendly, which I am. So come over and say hello. Maybe we can have conversation and find things we share, especially if you're better at conversations than I am. And yeah, after all, art and nature are good things, but we humans need social connections. Yay!
Keep it going for Evan! And keep it going for social connections! Who was that friendly guy, huh? That's Evan! Hey, we have fun out here. And a lot of fun. And how is everybody feeling? We feeling fun? We feeling fresh? We feeling full? I see plates are... Yeah, keep it going. Get your bellies ready because it's time for dessert. It's your favorite. It's your boy, Jason Moy. Yay!
Oh my
Playboy Moy.
Wow.
Playboy.
Oh my God. What's going on, everyone? It's your boy, Playboy Moy. How's everyone doing tonight? All right. So who loves anime? I do. Yeah. So in case you couldn't tell by my attire, I'll just tell it to you. I'm a massive weeb. I love anime. When I'm not counting my money or dialing up honeys, you can bet I'm thinking about Japanese anime, baby. Now, I can hear you all thinking to yourselves, why anime, Playboy Moy? Doesn't your passion for anime get in the way of your passion as a modern-day Playboy Casanova? And to that, my friends, I say this to you, absolutely. It's not doing me any favors, but here's what you have to understand about my appetite for anime. So for those of you who don't know what that is, a weeb or a weeaboo is a slang for a person, like moi, who is obsessed with Japan and Japanese culture, typically ignoring or even shunning one's culture's identity. And I may be Ecuadorian and Chinese. It really doesn't affect me whatsoever. I found my first anime when I was a toddler, and I thought to my baby self, damn, baby self, that TV show looks freaking cool. And I know, right? Exactly. Animes like Sailor Moon and Pokemon blew my mind. Yeah, no. There was no going back. I could point out to 2 moments of my life that define my weebdom. When I'm done describing them to you all, you're all gonna think, damn, this weeb was born to watch anime. First day of first grade, I could not wait to introduce my girlfriend to the entire elementary school. Her name was Sailor Jupiter. I tell you folks, I could not have been more proud to be walking down the hallway arm in arm with the tallest and strongest of the Sailor Scouts to and from recess every single day. She was a doll, like, you know, a plastic doll. Honestly, to this day, my best relationship, hands down. She was a great listener, and I could really be myself around her. Conversations were just so easy, you know. I'm a little one-sided, but that's okay. As you know, I tend to talk a lot. But that didn't last long because I decided to spend time with a new best friend. That's right. You guessed it. It was Pikachu. Yeah. Give it up. So, my second peak anime moment of my life was jumping up and down from desk to chair shouting, Pikachu, 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 across the classroom. And until Miss Joel shut me down, I can really hear her right now.
Mr. Moy, cut it out with these peekaboo shenanigans.
Peekaboo? More like weeaboo. She was always such a noob. Yeah, eventually, Miss Joel called my mom to talk talk to her about my weeaboo shenanigans.
Hello, Mrs. Moy. This is Mrs. Joel from Sprint Elementary School. I'm here to tell you about your son, Jason, because he's been disrupting the class with this peekaboo thing. So I'm gonna need you to tell him in the most motherly way possible is to cut the shit out ASAP. Thank you.
Yeah, Mrs. Joel never understood my Pikachu phase, but you know what? Her loss. Pikachu freaking rocks. Yeah, I know, right? That Halloween, yeah, trust me, that Halloween, my dad cosplayed as Ash Ketchum and I was Pikachu. So take that, Miss Joel. Yeah, so ever since I got into anime, it became a massive outlet for my creative process. And trust me, I found in my community with my fellow cosplayers. After all, I love to cosplay and I love to capture people in their amazing costumes. And every chance I get, I go to these conventions, I spend my wallet can endure, whatever my wallet can endure, and I have no regrets for that. Yeah, I know, right? No regrets. So whenever I'm, dressing up or reading a manga or even just, watching a show, and I can transport myself into that world, and it fuels my creativity. Whether baby self didn't realize it or not, I needed it to embrace my inner weeb. And listen, you know what? If Sabrina Carpenter can love her espressos, then let me enjoy, I know, right? Then let me enjoy my love for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 2. Listen, I'm Playboy Moy. Thank you, Joe's Pub. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Keep it going with Playboy Moy! Playboy Moy! Playboy Moy! Playboy Moy! Hey, keep it going for Playboy Moy! That is Jason's 7th time doing the Epic Underground. A star, a superstar, an epic delight. Gorgeous. And just my mom tried to sing the same thing to me, but it was not a Pikachu phase, so I'll let you know that. Pikachu is not a phase. Hell yeah. Get it? Because gay and stuff. You guys know what I mean. Keep that applause going. Start an applause. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Hannah. I'll get off the stage. Keep it going. Hannah.
Hi, I'd like to say a special hello to my mom who stayed up past her bedtime of 5 p.m. to see this show. She's a kindergarten teacher, so she's clocked out the second she gets home in her pink cozy onesie. So hi, Mom. All right, I'm ready to start my piece. So the year is 2012, and my life revolved around 3 things, okay? Corgis, mustache duct tape, and One Direction. What Makes You Beautiful is top of the charts. And as is a rite of passage for many a young teen and adolescent, I was obsessed with the latest boy band sweeping the nation, nay, the world. Now, the band that had captured my heart consisted of Harry, Liam, Louis, Zayn, and my personal favorite, Niall Horn. Now, my obsession with Niall was more than just some pastime, okay? It was a lifestyle. I retook quizzes again and again to memorize Niall-based trivia. I had a life-size cardboard cutout of him in my room, and my Instagram handle was Hannah_Horn, so you know we were meant to be. Flash forward to the end of my sophomore year of high school, and I had just been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. It felt like a death sentence. The stigma I was unaware even existed until that moment was slowly suffocating me. I sent a text to my friend Max, essentially coming out as autistic. It was long. I'm talking doctoral thesis long. And tonally, it sounded more like I was telling them I was dying than that I had autism. It took me years to overcome the ableism society had trained my brain to prescribe to realize that my diagnosis was not some bad thing, that it was instead just a word to to help me explain to others the way that I experience the world. I've always been autistic, just as my nemesis has always been green foods, okay? Skipping ahead to my first year of college, and I'm having a quarter-life crisis. Okay, school hadn't even started yet. Our days were filled with icebreaker game after icebreaker game after icebreaker game. It was supposed to be easy. You'd go in a circle and say your name, major, hometown, something you were interested in. It'd get to me, I'd say, hi, my name is Hannah Farnham. I'm a double major in law, politics, and society and international relations. I'm from Northbrook, Illinois, and then I'd freeze. Game after game, I'd struggle to come up with a favorite favorite TV show, pastime, musician. I wasn't about to say One Direction, a band I hadn't listened to in close to a decade. Laying in bed, mulling over these interactions, I came to the realization that I had not only been modeling myself after my friends and peers, I was cloning them. At least the best you could do with a jammed copying machine. I had no idea who I was or what I wanted to be, not just professionally, but as a person. Now, you might be wondering, what does your autism diagnosis have anything to do with your childhood crush on Niall? I'll tell you, lost in thought, overanalyzing the degree to which masking had kept me from being my true self, I came to the realization that I never really liked Niall. No offense to any diehard fans out there. My cousins and sisters had picked their favorites, and I selected one of the remaining members. I gave into the obsessive parasocial culture of boy band fandom, but it was never the fandom that brought me any joy. I liked the fandom because it gave me something that I was something in common with people I was slowly slipping away from. I liked their music, sure, but it was never anything about the boys behind the songs who were much older than me and I had never met. I had usurped something that belonged to them and made it my own, made it my everything, so that I'd still have in common with people that I cared about. Now I'm 23, and the only thing that remains of Niall is the ghost of blue sticky tack above my bedroom wall. And following his eviction from my room, it felt vacant. There was a void in my life that needed to be filled, not just in my room, but in my life as well. It's taken me years to come to the realization that I love Dungeons and Dragons. And everything on the Dropout platform. I'm also a major musical theater nerd, and because of that, I've met people who share my passions. The type of relationships I've been manufacturing for decades now fully realized. And let me tell you, it's everything I could wish for and more. And though Niall and I weren't meant to be, there's still plenty of other fish in the sea and potential corgis to adopt. Bye, everyone.
Keep it going for Hannah! Yay! Woo! Keep it going to the stage. We got Travis! Dun 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 dun.
The curses of being tall. Okay. I think every person is a god in their own right. You're a god. Well, maybe not Jen. I am a god. At least in my head I am. So, I want you all to travel into my mind. In here, I keep the right side of my cerebral hemisphere, my dragon, at peace with the left, the wolf. This is not the case again today. Once again, I am starved for peace of mind. Follow me. In here, I'm floating in my own imaginary place. There was no one else besides me and my other selves. I see the dragon flying through the abyssal sky. Black rocks jut out from my brain, forming craggy peaks and caves. I want to stop the dragon from finding her, the wolf, but I can't interfere. This fight has to happen. I fly to the dragon as he pounds his massive wings. He's covered with maroon scales that will either warm my cold hands or char them into burnt flesh. His copper eyes glint as he searches for her. Why? I ask the dragon. You know what's gonna happen. The dragon looks at me. Of course I know what's gonna happen. Don't take that tone with me. Screw you. Our conversation is interrupted when the dragon and I spot her, the wolf. We barely see her as she peeks out. I fly ahead of the dragon. I'm a god of this world. I can do whatever I want. The wolf slowly walks out of the dark. Her cold eyes are gentle but calculating. I kneel down and stroke her night blue fur. It is cold, not a frostbitten one, but a refreshing chill. I look at her. You can avoid this. I can hide you. That is insoluble within the current parameters. What? It is equivocal to what we are to you and the perceptions towards our conflict. Nonetheless, this altercation must commence. I can barely understand what you're saying. Can't you give me a clear answer? Can't either of you give me a clear answer? We cannot. The wolf suddenly looks up. I stand up and see how tense she has become. I see the dragon flying closer and closer and closer. The dragon's fury was boiling. You bitch! Coarse language is unnecessary. Shove it, you! The dragon tries to find the words, but cannot. Language, I implore you, make me feeble-minded with your drivel. Fuck you! At least I'm not Do you know how much of a dumbass you sound? I would not have used that language. See, even you can be a capering ignoramus. See, you're both affecting each other again, I said, standing between them. Can we please not fight? Neither responds. The dragon breathes in, smoke and fire thrilling his throat. The dragon stands her ground, looking him in the eye. The dragon looks into those eyes and sees no malice but love? The dragon's confused. He knows he has to burn away this sharp cold, but it doesn't sting like usual. It's gentle, soothing. The dragon is choking on his unreleased flame. The pressure mounts, an explosion of fire spews out of his mouth. It just misses the wolf. The area lights in an orange and yellow inferno. I look into that inferno and I scream. I see a job unfinished, another job withheld, a person unresponsive, another unreplied, another thumping heartache, another existential despair that happened over and over and over and over and over again. I feel no air in my lungs and throat and collapse on the ground. The dragon lowers his head in shame. The wolf slowly trots over and rests her head against his heart. I feel their heartbeats beat into the ground. Are you done fighting? I ask, standing between them. The dragon snorts in reply, while the wolf bows her head. I walk to them and lay my hand against them. I feel their heartbeats reverberate into me. But there's a slight unevenness, one that's going to grow into disarray, the chaos always on the edge of my neck. The wolf and dragon look at each other and laugh. I sigh in relief. Maybe I'll be bounced with you, have the disco shine instead of the primordial abyss. Finally, another day of inner harmony for the real reality. Thank you, my gods, and Jen, I guess.
Keep it going for Travis! Our God is an awesome God. Wrong room. Just kidding. You know, they actually have a term for people who think that they're gods. It's called Shivaism. I saw TikTok about it just this week. And it's the belief in Shiva, you know? It's Hindu god. Very cool, very fun. Hell yeah, yay, TikTok! And also, you guys, tell me true. Tell me true. Do I see more dragon or wolf? Hey, all right, way cool. Well, keep it going for Gene! Hey!
Hello. Hey. Thank you. Thank you. All right, here is Act 2. All right. This is my thank you to my favorite performer, Michael Joseph Jackson. Now, his middle name is Joseph because his father's first name was Joseph, hence MJJ, for all you who don't know that. Without him, I don't think I'd be performing here today. What I want people to be aware of is that many autistic and neurodivergent people are picked on for no good reason at all. Sometimes kids and students will bully you. Teachers will silence you, and sometimes you're told you shouldn't talk. And that's what happened to me in school. I had a teacher that said, "Don't talk, what you say doesn't matter," to a whole room full of students. So that was that was horrible. And it's easy to feel like you don't have a voice. When I was a kid in school, I was bullied, and they didn't like the way I talked. And then I started dressing in black, and they said I was a villain. Now hold on a minute. I'm not a villain. I like good guys, not bad guys in movies. Who are you? Anyway, I didn't have a voice to share that with other individuals until the tender age of 10, when I heard that Michael Jackson song called "Why You Want to Trip on Me." And it came from the Dangerous album at track number 2, meaning the second song that was on the album. And the reason why I'm making emphasis on this is because Michael asked this question: why is everybody bullying me when there's bigger problems in the world? I know, hunger and homelessness, hatred, crime, drugs, war, and police violence. And the one thing that Michael Jackson wanted me to be aware of was that police violence is worse among minorities than it is among white people. Who doesn't know that? It's true, it really is. It's terrible. So the question is, why are you bullying me when there's bigger problems out here? And I didn't have those words when I was younger. So when I got bullied, it felt like people were picking on me. And the more Michael sang it, the more I felt like I finally had the words to speak for myself. And that's when he became like a mentor to me. And then I realized it wasn't so bad to be different from other individuals. You could wear what you want, dress how you want, and not be looked at as evil. If I hadn't found those words when I was 10, I don't think at 39 they'd be there now either. He's also the reason why I pursued music. I met a teacher named Jerry from Danielle's, and he helped me write a song about Michael Jackson's struggles. Then I met Peter, the producer, and we created Orca. And that was an album with Will You Be There, front and center. The second album was White Rose, based on my favorite plant. Both are a tribute to him. In conclusion, I would like to say I love to sing, and that comes from his mentoring. I don't think I would be here without him. I don't think I would have found Epic, and I just want to say thank you for being an influence and being my voice when I was silenced all those years ago by all these cruel teachers who didn't care. I will remember your music, and I will always love you. Gene! Like I said before, this goes out to Jerry and Peter. I also want to thank Ruby, because if it weren't for her audio tape, I wouldn't be in him right now.
Woo! Gene! Yay! Keep it going for Gene! And Michael Jackson, right? Who's having a resurgence now. I think people had said things, and now I said not to say anything about that. I don't know what I'm talking about. I shouldn't have been given a mic. But let's keep the show going, all right? Because we got a fabulous performer coming to the stage. You might have seen him as Bob Cratchit in A Christmas Carol or a prince in Romeo and Juliet. It's Gerard! Yay!
It feels good to be back at Joe's Pub. Last week, Wednesday, I met with the Epic Players Committee. Wait and see what we have in store for all of you later this year. We all have an appetite for food, but in my case, my appetite is a burning desire to turn my ultimate performance dreams and goals into reality. A few of my friends and colleagues in Epic have achieved that goal and dream, the same ones that I have yet to cross off my list. I have that determination. I am happy and supportive that my friends have reached that goal and dream. I show my support by going to their performances and shows and cabarets. I always congratulate them after they come off stage. Now, I gotta ask this question. Who tonight came out to see me? All right. Wow, your positive feedback makes me feel more motivated and determined than ever before. If that's how you feel, I'm going to keep striving until the ones that I'm aiming for are crossed off my list. My biggest task is to be a professional actor. I've even created 2 things that may help me get there. As we speak, 2 screenplays that I've created are currently on their 2nd edit. The first is a movie adaptation of my favorite play, Almost Maine. The second is an animated original movie for Marvel Animation called Spider-Man, X-Men, and the Black Cat, The Wrath of Arcade, which is based on the video game Spider-Man and X-Men Arcade's Revenge. Hopefully, that'll get me into the field of animation voiceover acting when I'm cast as a Kihai role. You know, Wolverine's son who has made appearances in various Marvel comics. I hope to voice him in a future episode of X-Men 97. Who in here watches X-Men 97? All right. So good. Man, I can't wait until I'm a part of that show. And once I achieve all of my dreams, not only I be voice acting, I'll be on all of your televisions too, as one of the cast members of Saturday Night Live, or one of the cast members of the spinoff, The Big Bang Theory. I know it hasn't been made yet, but I'm thinking it'll be called The Ever-Expanding Universe. Oh, I'll also be starring in movies like Along Came Polly and Taken, and my favorite mob movie of all time, Casino. I know that some of you may be thinking, Gerard, that's a ton of work. Aren't you gonna take a vacation? And I'll be like, you bet, a vacation on Broadway. I'll be giving legendary performances 8 shows a week, like the late great James Earl Jones, or Zachary Levi, into the production She Loves Me, or our very own Connor Take and How to Dance in Ohio. I want to accomplish my dreams and goals and join in that glorious conversation with my colleagues who have soared those heights. And when I achieve them, once I get my shot, I am going to show them things they have never seen before. And I'm excited to share those stories, even the ones that I created. I'm on this long road of turning my ultimate performance and dreams and goals into reality. And when I achieve them, my name will be on each category on every big awards night. You're looking at the next EGOT. And I won't be the only one. If you're looking for other future EGOT winners, just look around this room. Look to the left, look to the right, and look to the back, and see my future famous friends and colleagues in Epic Players.
Keep it going for Gerard! Passion, 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 appetite! Passion, 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 appetite! All together. Passion, passion, passion. Appetite. Slow it down. Passion, passion, passion. Appetite. This is the first time I've actually looked at y'all, so I was just nervous. You know, I'm just screaming and yelling up here. I'm gonna get off this stage and keep it going for Josh! Yay! Josh, 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 Josh!
Pick myself up, turn the world on its head. Don't
Hello, everyone. I'm going to share my story with you of being a drag performer and how Chi-Chi Tilapios came to be. I didn't just step out the closet, honey. I sashay out with enough glitter to blind the neighbors for a week. The first time I tried makeup, I looked like a ghost, like a hot mess. I put on so much white foundation on, I had no idea what I was doing. My uncle told me, girl, you need to try contouring. I have learned a lot from my uncle who inspired me to be who I am. My uncle actually gave me my drag name. He has a pet squirrel at home named Chi-Chi, and I took that name into my own persona. Have you ever heard of the term squirrel friends? I do tend to tuck my tail and hide my nuts just like my Uncle Pet Chi-Chi. Off stage, I'm just Josh, a regular guy. But slapping a wig and heels, I'm the Eureka of the local dollar store. I love high comedy queens. Eureka's my favorite queen from RuPaul Drag Race. I love high comedy queens who try to match that energy every time I step on stage. Eureka's a performer. When I step on stage, I want to give confidence. Own it, just like her. That's Chi-Chi, that's me. I have had trouble outside of drag, accepting myself for who I am. When I came out as gay, it wasn't easy. But I had my amazing mom who stood by me, and my Uncle June who taught me about drag. He's my big inspiration. He's my amazing godfather. And he let me find more of myself through art. I have found so much joy in his art form and in finding myself. I hope that we can continue to lift one another up. Cause damn, that's my true drag queen career story.
Keep it going for Chi-Chi! Chi-Chi-Chi! Chi-Chi, I didn't know that was you. I thought I smelled fish in here, girl. Yay! Keep it going. That lovely applause for Talia. Hey!
I gotta set up my own stage. It's fine. All good. How's everyone doing tonight? I know. If I'm here, who's answering your emails? It's no one. Everyone's here today. It's fine. I'm Talia. Yes? Yeah. Some people know me. If you don't know me, any other Talias here in the house? No. Good. Good. Because if there were, I would have just pointed you to the emergency exit, because that's what it is, an emergency. Get out. Yes, I'm a bit territorial with my name. I get it. I was privileged and didn't grow up with any other Talias in my life. So, when people come up to me after shows and they're like, oh my gosh, my friend's named Talia, or my niece is named Talia, I'm like, where's that bitch? Did you bring her? Is she here? No. I'm like, okay, cool. People have the same names. It happens all the time. I'm like, I asked the Michaels and the Ryans in my life, like, how do they do it? And they're like, with our last names. So that's fine. I know that this theme is passions and appetites. Are we loving it? Are some of us confused? No, we're good. We're following along. We're getting the theme. Awesome. I know that it's February 24th. Yes, the day of the show. But you know, Valentine's Day was like 10 days ago, right? Yes. You know, Valentine's Day is the only holiday that everyone, no matter if you're in love or not, you're like, I'm so glad it's in the rear window. Like, I'll see people like drop kick flowers and hearts like the day after. I know people, anybody with kids? Anybody with like baby kids? No, that's why you're here today. 8:30 show. I like you. I like you. Yes, because I know where those kids, dads, and moms were. They were seeing Paddington in Peru because that came out on February 14th. Paddington in Peru. And I'm like, okay, fine, Bear, you need to get socioeconomics into this. Like, you're making me feel bad because I can't travel right now and you're going to Peru. You know very well you could have just called it Paddington 3. And everyone would have been fine. There was no reason for that. But then I found out that Paddington was from Peru. In my last show, someone was like, Paddington, do you know that originated from Peru and then it got colonized and that's why Paddington is British? Oh my, I know, new facts every day. That's why I do jokes, because of new facts and knowledge, right? And so I was like, oh, damn, all right. And then I realized the synopsis of this movie was that Paddington is going to Peru to find his aunt with a degenerative disease, and that's what's happening. And I'm like, okay, maybe not everybody is having a good 2025, and I shouldn't judge. Anybody else doing okay? Yeah, I have to check in art spaces. That is key. I have to make sure everybody is doing okay. Cool? Yeah, thumbs up if we're doing okay. Yes, I like to see it. Thank you, Nick. Awesome. Nick Williams, our performer from the first show. Give it up for Nick. Debuted. You missed the 6:30 show. What were you doing? What were you doing? Exactly. I am so glad that you're here. I know that it was Valentine's Day, and doesn't everyone just want that one thing, right? Somebody to wrap their arms around you, pull you in close, and say, who do you work for? What are you doing here? How did you find me? No? Just me? Okay, I understand. This is why my family and my friends are like, oh, this is why you're single on paper. Yeah, single on paper, you know, not married. Yes, everybody else here married. Yes, that's why there's like a gasp. Everyone have a loving relationship, okay? Yes? Yes? Oh, hands up. Everyone shot their hands up because it's like, do not doubt my partnership with another being. Okay, fine. That's fine. So when my family asked me, oh, why are you still single? I'm like, frogs. Frogs, right? Because they do something called tonic immobility, and that's when the one frog wards off any unsuspecting and unwanted sexual advances. And I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. That's me. I'm doing frog business right now. So when people are like, hey, what did you put on your tax returns? I'm like, not married, not single. I'm amphibian. Do you understand? It's fine. It's fine. How are you all doing tonight? Yes? Are we Jen people over here? You're a Jen person. I know you're an Ethan person. How are your friends doing? Yes, you're so happy to see them. Can we give it up for Jen one more time? Yeah. Jen's co-hosting tonight so that I can eat. We like a nourished Talia here, right? Yes? Okay. So I'm going to leave you here with this. What's the most magical place in the world? Somebody tell me. Disney World. Yes, magical place in the world. Guess what Disney World's doing? They're opening a strip club. I didn't make this up. This is not a premise from my brain. This is from the news. It's called The Whole Nude World, where daddies come and unsupervised. It's a whole nude world. It is real. It's happening. And like they're gonna use Disney characters to represent strippers. I'm so sorry. 8:30 show, we can handle it, yes? Yes. It's like, but here's my question. Like, how do you represent Ariel losing her voice? How did that happen? Okay. What emotion from Inside Out are you going to represent there? It's sadness. And I mean, really, I say, what's next? Is it Princess Down Under? Like, what is next for Disney? But honestly, A Whole New World is catchy, but shouldn't it have been called The Mousetrap? Awesome job, everyone. You're following along with me. Thank you, 8:30 show. Can we give it up for our people up in the booth up there? Running the slides. Our assistant director, Billy, in the back. Max, Travis, Aubrey, and Alex up here making sure the show is moving. And I'm going to bring Jen back up to the stage. Thank you, everyone. I'm Talia.
Keep it going for Talia! Talia does so much for us here at Epic. How great is she? What a funny lady, huh? She put this whole show together. We love Talia! 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 Woo! Yay! And you guys are probably wondering what I'm passionate about, right? I'm passionate about fuzzy blankets and Hamlet and soft things and my bike and what are you passionate about? Yeah. Dancing. What about you? What are you passionate about? Figure skating. And over here, what are you passionate about? Dancing like a dragon. Those are three great things. Keep it going. We just got a couple more for you tonight. Coming to the stage. Get a round of applause going for Chloe. Yay! Chloe.
Yeah. What's up, Joe's Pub? Yeah. Who here is mentally ill? Oh, wow. A lot of you guys. Man, that sucks for you guys. Not me, though. I am the picture of mental wellness and stability. Just kidding. In reality, I've struggled with my mental health from a very young age, and when I entered high school, I had a downward spiral that culminated in my admission to a psychiatric hospital program in my senior year. While it definitely wasn't an ideal scenario, it did get me out of school for almost a full month, which automatically paced the experience overall at a baseline level of not terrible. Yeah. But being in the adolescent ward, though, there were some bizarre rules we had to follow, like between scheduled groups, we were given a couple minutes of downtime to socialize, but we would be separated to opposite sides of the day room by gender, and we weren't allowed to socialize with anyone of the opposite gender. Another strange rule was that even though we were basically required to share our diagnoses during group sessions, we weren't allowed to tell each other our last names because that was too much personal information. Yeah. Something else I found strange about the experience was that at the beginning of every group, we would do what they called check-ins, where we would go around and give some basic info about ourselves, like your name, a goal for the day, a fun fact, etc. And then you would have to rate on a scale of 1 to 10 how strong any self-harm, suicidal, or homicidal urges were, which is a weird thing to do in front of a large group of people. But to be honest, group therapy in general can be a very weird experience because it's like you're forced to confront the fucked up parts of your brain in front of a bunch of strangers. I also didn't realize how many different types of group therapies there were because while most of the groups that we had were dialectical behavioral therapy groups, which we did twice a day, or a general processing group that we had once a day, we also got one wildcard group a day. This could range from groups for more specific issues like addiction recovery groups and eating disorder groups to more creative therapies like movement therapy, art therapy, and music therapy. Now, if there's one thing to know about me, it's that my brain works in music. Yeah, it's how I see the world, and so music is one of the most important things in my life, and a big way that I cope with and process everything. So you would think that when they told me they had a music therapy group, I would have been ecstatic, and I was until I experienced it for the first time. So, picture, if you will, a group of about 35 depressed teens enter a room. There are 2 tables set up off to the side with a variety of percussion instruments and 2 social workers. One of them has a guitar and the other is sitting behind a keyboard. We're all told to select at least 3 instruments before finding a chair. The social workers start playing, and then one of them goes, "Everybody with a bell, play with us!" And we all kind of the over-enthusiasm from the leaders and the droning loop of the same 4 chords with them obviously not knowing how to play anything else, making it very hard for me not to throw the bells at them. This goes on for a while until we hear, "Now, everyone with a drum play!" And again, with no other direction, this went on for a grueling 30 minutes. The cherry on top of it all was that for the last 10 minutes, they gave us a short list of songs that they could play for a group sing-along. This list included songs like Every Time by Britney Spears and Baby by Justin Bieber, but nothing that had been released within the last 5 years as of late 2016. For some reason, both times I was made to attend this group, we chose Viva La Vida by Coldplay. So they hand out lyric sheets, and the leaders are playing and belting their hearts out, like, "I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing." You know, the rest of us are like, you know, kind of mumbling the words maybe. But eventually the song ends, and the torture is finally over. So we all put our instruments away and sit back down. We're going around for final check-ins. Everybody's giving a number one at a time. I can see the social workers with a glimmer in their eye, knowing that they are healing the children through the power of music. And when they get to me, all I want to say was, I have truly never wanted to kill myself more. Thank you.
Keep it going for Chloe! And keep it going for mental health, right? Chloe, 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 Chloe. Woo! Yeah, if you're not a little crazy, you're not a little fun, and we all know that, right? Can I get an amen for crazy? Amen! Yay! Well, you guys have been such a great audience here at Joe's Poob. Keep it one more time for Joe's Poob. Yay! We got one more performer coming up for you tonight, so hide your food scraps, because we got a wolf coming to the stage. A wolf is loose. Ow! Welcome to the stage, wolf.
Who here knows Brendan Lee Mulligan? I'm a staff member at the Wayfinder Experience. It's a summer theater camp that does live action role playing. For anyone who doesn't know what live action role playing is, it is an extreme immersive type of improv. Instead of you playing as a character in front of an audience, a role in front of the audience, you get to fully embody a character in a fantasy world. We learn how to fight with Ethaphone swords and how to trust one another. The golden rule at the camp is respect others and their feelings, which is similar to what we do in Epic Players. When I got initiated as a staff member, I got given a title, like a knight. You receive a note from one of the older staff members, and you don't know what the note means until the knighting ceremony. When I arrived, everyone held up their Ethifoam swords and said, "Welcome, welcome, welcome." This is the point where I got knighted. You are now the Knight of Lore. Lore like backstory and secrets and important experiences that define the character. Once upon a time, there was a young adventurer who wanted to be a knight. The problem was, they were born a princess. So they were sent away to a boarding school that looked nice on the outside, but had a sinister inside. When they arrived, the doormaster took one look at them and said, "Oh yes, another princess to be. Away to the princess dorms with you." They knew that this was all wrong. They told their teachers that they didn't want to practice looking pretty and the perfect posture for tea time conversations. They knew that they were meant to fight for something. I was born to be a knight. I feel in my bones, they say. But no one listened. "You were born a princess, and that's what we will teach you to be," said one particular nasty principal, the evil queen of the school. The adventurer ran from the evil queen's office and barricaded themselves in their dorm. It was on this night that they knew what they would fight for. They decided that they would become a knight whether they had permission or not. Quickly foraging through their supply closet, they found some foam. And some PC piping. They put it together and made the mightiest blade, which they held up high and tore open their dormitory closet, giant and filled with pink dresses. They slashed every last dress to ruins and scream into the night, "I am Wolf Knight. This is my lore, but it will not be my story." And Wolf Knight, the Knight of Lore, was born. This is the injustice that I used to build my sword. This is the lore that I will always carry with me. I will fight by showing every other princess who wants to be a knight that anyone can wield an Ethifoam blade. Will you join me in that fight?
Keep going for Wolf! Wolf, 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 Wolf. Ow!
So now we're gonna do a 30-minute duo improv. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone give me a place.
I'll do a poem.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do a poem about a place. A place. What's a place? Montana. Dear Montana.
I went to there once too,
and then
really
we did it,
fun,
and that's
they
what
get-
we can do. Okay,
Hey!
I'm just kidding. We're done for the night,
Hey!
everybody. Awesome. Can we give it up for Jen Clark for co-hosting for the night?
And for Talia!
Hey! Couple more people to thank. We have Neve in the booth. We have our assistant director, Billy, backstage. Yes. We have Max Production over here.
Hey!
We have Travis, Alex, and Aubrey helping out today. We have you all in Joe's Pub to thank for this wonderful night.
Joe's
so
Pub.
can you give it up for yourselves?
Yeah, Joe's Boom!
And I have Tequila to thank for getting me through this, as well as you, Jen.
Hey.
Thank you so much. Can you join us for our next show? And please donate to Epic. We have paid all of our actors here tonight, and we are a nonprofit 501c3, and we're just here to make dreams come true. Do you feel like your dreams have come true?
My dream came true.
Cool. We didn't have to make a strip club for that, so that was great.
That's next on the list.
Nice. Thank you, everyone. Tip your waiter.
Thank you. Have a great night. Woo! Joe's Boom!